Welcome back to the E Lab podcast, man. I'm your host Mitch with my co-host Tev. Hey, man, we had the streets rumbling, over the weekend, on social media with our little thing that went viral. You know what I'm saying? People over here trying to, for some reason, want to have a debate off pause and put money up. I ain't never like dude's like, hey, I got bread. You want to talk? I said, I don't know. How do you win? How does somebody win with that? I don't know. It's just a matter of an opinion, but I, something we did work, man. So we here to bring y'all back more sports, man. So with that being said, you got the UK gear on, and I know we supposed to talk about football, but before we get to that, how you feeling after the last night's game? I ain't even here to talk smack because I got some insight on it too. But how you feeling?
It is what it is, man. I mean, right now we don't have the lineup, so I can't judge based on the product on the court because that's not the real lineup. I mean, anybody who knows basketball knows that we're still getting the field. We don't even have one of our star transfers. He might not play, to be honest. Like I'm already uh, chalking it up as a wash because I mean he's NBA bound. But yeah, I just if you watch the game, y'all saw Jasper barely played. He got a little bucket, and then they pulled him. I just think we're going through growing pains right now. I'm hoping that this year is a reverse from last year, because if y'all remember last year, we started off the year hot, and we got
Yeah.
hurt, and it just went down. So maybe we flipping the script. We starting off hurt, little real rough. Not I wouldn't even say real rough. I mean, we gonna panic because we UK fans, but what's that? Our third, fourth L this year.
I think third. Third.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not the end of the world. We got some
We talked
dubs.
about it on here though about y'all's what y'all are lacking, and they kind of made the adjustment. We said that y'all need to play the Marino kid. Shout out Georgetown, Kentucky. They
Yeah,
played him. He played good defensively and offensively. He hit his free throws, and
yeah.
then we also complained about the rebounding, and still was a problem. I don't know what it is, but the re
That's why I think we really need JQ, bro. I feel like you have a healthy JQ last night. Dub, easy, because they big
Mhm.
man was going crazy, and
Yeah,
we
it
ain't have
was it
nothing
was
for him.
it didn't. I just didn't get it. Like y'all would play the foreign kid, and he ain't doing like it just the lineups didn't make any sense. But the rebounding, it's like that's just effort. You don't have to teach it. You just go get the ball. And I was like, as bad as y'all played offensively, not being on shoot. What was it, 10-minute stretch or something without scoring a field goal? Y'all still only lost by two. So
Yeah,
it's like
honestly, if
and y'all should
anything,
have won.
North Carolina should be more worried than we are, because if y'all struggling like that against us, and we not even in our tip top shape, and y'all got to go play Louisville and Duke and all them other cats, good luck, cause if you
Yeah.
struggling against this UK team, you ain't gonna fare too well against those ACC teams. But we'll see.
Okay. Okay. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get to the football, man.
But
The
yeah,
hot
most of
topic
this
right now.
pride is for the football team. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's get to these playoffs.
Hey, can you go ahead and pull up that the CFB
He got
bracket?
he's got it up.
It's got it up. Okay, so what's
Uh,
your thoughts, man? Tell me what you think about the bracket.
man, honestly, I'm indifferent. I don't have a problem with Notre Dame. I know why Notre Dame's on there. When you have that type of history with that fan base, especially it's not just one area. That's a nationwide fan base. They're gonna try to force them in. Pause. But I think everybody's mad. There's some teams on here that we're not used to seeing. Man, we got Indiana. It's their second year in a row, but this is new for them. Like being consistently in this CFP conversation, and no matter win or loss, they're locked.
Oh yeah,
Just
fact.
where they're at could depend on if they lose real bad they might
So
not
what
be in the
team you
top
think that
four.
should be most disappointed about how the bracket looks?
Um, I think Miami should be Vanderbilt, and I'd say Texas because none of them are in this bracket, and that 11th and 12th spot is going to conference champions. So there's no way they can get those spots. They have to hope that
They knocked Bama out or something.
yeah, Bama gets knocked out. That's the best chance they got, and one of
Bama,
them
Bama
teams
or
might make it in.
BYU. If BYU
But
loses, that's it. But
yeah,
as a Texas fan, I don't think we should be in because Sark's out here complaining about, we shouldn't have scheduled Ohio State. Well, you did, you lost.
he said y'all shouldn't have.
Because they're saying, well, all these other teams, their non-conference games aren't like Ohio State, which is cool. But even with that loss, you lost to Florida. That's why you're not in. Point blank, period. And you didn't look good against Florida at all. I know it's at the swamp. It doesn't matter. You lost and you looked terrible.
But I don't think it's fair for you to say that, Mitch. But I know you new to the SEC, bruh. So I get it. Even when a Florida team's bad, the swamp is the swamp, bruh. Like, go to one of those games and truly understand. I never want to go because of what the swamp is. I'm cool on that. It's too hot, be too sweaty in a hostile environment in Gainesville. I've never desired to go there. So, like, I think it is a fair loss to have. And I think the SEC is gonna get shafted a little bit here, bro. Just because everybody outside of the SEC hates the SEC. So they don't want to see a SEC lofty college football playoff. I don't know where the happy medium is, bro. We got a playoff at 4. They wasn't happy with that. Expanded to 12, but they had to make sure there was 2 locked conference champions. They're not happy with that. I seen a model, bro. They're saying 4 SEC, 4 Big 10, 2 ACC, 2 Big 12, and then let the last 4 be um, at large bids. I think
Real
that's
quick. Let's go to
cool.
the chat real quick. Garland says, he says Vandy, and then he says facts. Florida lost, put y'all out. I agree. He said Tennessee manhandled them in the swamp. No excuses. That was bad. Yeah, like
I mean,
it's just a
and
bad.
that's
If you're trying to be
and
a
that's
top
fair.
team, you can't
That's
have that as
fair
your
too.
excuse.
That's
It's
fair
like,
too.
bro,
But I'm just saying, like, even with that new model people try to push, there's gonna be a complaint there. So
yeah,
I don't know how we get where we need to be. It's too many human errors because if somebody lose, I think you should go off a ranking system. I don't think there should be a committee. A committee's going to be flawed, bro, because like think about it. If you and me are on a committee, we're going to lean towards the team we
yeah,
favor more. If
yeah.
I'm on a committee, Texas is in. But
We've said
what
this.
about Vandy?
It should be the 12 best teams.
It
Who
should be, but it's
that at
never
that?
gonna be It's never gonna be satisfaction, Mitch, because
Oh yeah, no,
it's
that's
too much.
facts.
It's too much
Yeah.
money on the line.
Yeah, because
So I'm
you
thinking,
gotta think when it was 4 teams, there was a problem. They
yeah.
expanded it, now it's 12. You can make it 60 teams. That 61 and 62 team is gonna complain that they're not in. So
But
everybody's
hey,
gonna complain.
hey, Mitch, I'm not mad at the automatic bids if we do it this way, right? This let's do it from a business side. Let's go look at all the conferences, the major conferences. Let's see what type of you feel me money each conference is making. Whichever the top 2 ones, they get 4. The next 2, they get 2, and keep it in rotation, like on a yearly rotation, because that's fair. Because then you know, you're bringing in the most watched teams. Because at the end of the day, that's what all this ranking shit comes down to. People are getting shafted because nobody wants to see Tulane. Nobody wants to
Oh.
see North Texas. Let's just be fair. Those people from there do. And if we can get a good Cinderella story out of it, obviously the media loves that, right, Mitch?
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, we're I would say even you are hoping that these 12 and 11 spots get dog walked so we
Oh
can have
yeah.
a real conversation in the off season. Like, let's put the top 12 in. Because to me, that's the fairest thing. But even with the top 12, it's gonna still be
Facts.
it's gonna be biased, man. So
I seen this
we're
one.
never satisfied. But
There's
am I satisfied as a person? This is fine.
I saw this one guy. His situation. He said you can keep the 12 teams. He said the Power Five team they can make it in if they meet the requirement of if like they can't be 25th, but if they're like 12, 13, 14, 15, like they have to be a minimum like top 15. That's I get that. That's not bad. Like if they were sitting at 13 right now, I'd be like, okay, you sitting at 25 and you make it in. It's like, bro, you're skipping a lot of teams. But if you're in that, maybe in, maybe not, I'm cool with that. Now, people are still gonna complain. The crazy part about this is if Duke wins and then JMU wins and North Texas wins, Duke doesn't get in, and North Texas and JMU get in. So
Yep.
two Power Five teams gonna get in. That is nasty.
And that's what that was gonna be my next thing. Correct me if I'm wrong, bitch. Um, lips got a little stuck. But let's say, yeah, I know that was crazy
That was crazy.
because I was
Hey,
saying Mitch and I got stuck and I was it sounded crazy. That
What's
the
up,
other
E?
thing was
Mitch,
not
can you hear me
not what
real
it was
quick?
supposed to be.
My bad,
What's
y'all.
up?
Y'all was cooking. I didn't want to interrupt. Mitch, you keep your signal a little low. You might want to leave all the way out, come back. Your thing
Okay,
lagging
okay,
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
he's been lagging a little bit. What about my end? We good on my end?
I didn't want to cut you off, but he was lagging for a little bit. But
No,
yeah,
it
you keep
was lagging, but it was all right on my side for a minute. But there was a point where he was frozen. What
yeah.
about my end? Is my end good?
Good. You clean. Your stuff good, man. Y'all keep going. Now, I'm gonna go back now.
That's a bet. Um, so just bear with us for a second. We're having a little technical difficulties, y'all. But I'll verify with Mitch when he gets back. But I want to say that in a crazy world, right, y'all, we could have a playoff where if there was all power four teams in the top 25, because like let's say it just gets real raunchy and it's a gauntlet year, it's very possible that we can have a year where two non-power four teams get in um the
Playoff.
top 12, the
Yeah,
playoff. And that would be the chaotic, like that's when the chaos would really get crazy because imagine if we had a top 25, no power, non-power fives, but because of this system, and it has to be honored, two people that are outside the top 25 get in. People are
yeah.
gonna be pissed. So it's like I don't know. I honestly think college football and just college in general loves to do these brackets because when people don't make it, it causes chaos. It's not as bad to me in basketball because if you're complaining about not being in the top 68, that's on you.
Yeah.
Like you at 68 teams and you ain't make it, tough titty. Like you didn't do what you were supposed to do and you had plenty of games to get it done. So, in the words of Young Thug, whoop de doo. Like we don't care. But in college football, it does suck because I mean, for years the system has always been flawed. You go back before the bowl system, it was based off the rankings of the top two teams, and that was considered the national champion. But then you got a lot of unclaimed national titles because who people thought won got it. Like I think we got a 1951 Sugar Bowl unclaimed national championship when we were under Paul Bear Bryant. So football's always gonna be messy, man, and the money just makes it even worse. To be honest.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You got anything else about the CFP? This weekend's gonna. Do you think if Bama loses, they out, or you think they still gonna make it? Because they say it's not supposed to count against you if you lose, which is
And that's
it's stupid.
bro. We
But
know that's bullshit. They say that, but if they go out there and got 50-0, they're not gonna put them in there.
yeah,
But I don't think Bama. I think Bama has a strong chance to win this game. If anything, if they lose, it's gonna be close. So I don't think they do enough to get pushed out.
okay,
That's my opinion. But
okay, yeah, no, it's
we
it's
gonna
very
see.
possible, and they already beat Georgia. It's like
And
You're
even
gonna.
think about this:
It's
if
like,
Indiana gets dog walked, are they getting kicked out?
yeah, nah, I don't think they
Come
only got
on,
one lot.
bro.
Yeah, yeah, I don't think so. I think there's
They
only two
created a
teams.
monster, man. So
Yeah,
they gotta deal with this mess after Selection Sunday. It's gonna be a lot of angry people.
and make
A
Notre
lot of.
Dame join a conference. That solves a lot of stuff too.
They not going to though,
They're
bro.
not going to, but
Notre Dame, they locked in. They said, "Hey, man, you ain't gotta join the conference. Just know you probably never be in the top four."
crazy because they're in a conference in basketball, but not in
They
like.
need it in basketball though, because they they ain't like that in basketball. I mean, they had their
That's a
moments,
fact.
but
That's a fact. You want to go? Okay, let's go ahead and move it along, man. What you
what
think
else we
about
got for college football?
Lane Kiffin? A lot of people thought he was staying. Some people thought he was going to Florida, but hey, he said he talked to Nick Saban and he's now down there at LSU. What's your thoughts of him going and then not being able to? I thought it was weird. Why do they have to do it so fast? Like, why can't you? I understand you want to get your recruits and all that stuff. Your team's in the college football playoffs. Coach it. If you lose, then go ahead and make your decision personally. But what's your thoughts on Lane Kiffin's situation and him joining LSU?
So it's a few things, right? I'm pretty sure if we go through the clips of some old episodes, I definitely said Lane wasn't gonna leave unless the money was there. The money's all there. In the words of Jeezy, man, it's all there. Like I think he's getting 13 million annually. Now let him tell us it wasn't about the money. Shut the hell up, Lane. We don't want to hear that. No working man in America ain't doing anything for the love of it. Like let's be real. Like we all want to get paid because everybody's getting paid. So he definitely he did it for the money. On top of that, as far as coaching the team, I get what you're saying, but it's the system's fault in which he had to take this path. Because the deadline with the startup for the transfer portal is the second, you pretty much have to go ahead and lock in for the job because people aren't going to transfer somewhere they don't know. They need to change these deadlines. They need to make it like the NFL. You know, an NFL coach doesn't have to leave early to go build his team. He finishes the playoffs, and then we go to the next season. They need to change all the dates and push the dates back so people can just focus on football because it's not fair. This is a distraction now. It's not fair to Lane or the kids, honestly, because it's a conversation that shouldn't have to be had. And everybody's obviously going to blame Lane because it's like you could have waited. He can't wait. Not the way this new system is. He has to go ahead and get started. And we seen what happened with Lane before. Like I want to say Paul Feinbaum, he called him a beagle with his attention span because he was like, this man's gonna be recruiting while he's in the playoffs because that's what he did when he was at
Yeah,
Alabama. But
yeah.
they said he could have grown. I get it. It's too hard, man. You have to prepare for the next season very early in football. Hence why another subject we'll talk about is my new ball coach. That was done within like 48 hours because you want to already get that person locked in and start building this program because we're less than a month away from transfer portal.
Do
So
you think because there's a in the I'm not gonna say the bylaws, but in the rule book of the CFP, you know how when Florida State's quarterback got hurt,
yeah.
it like they knocked him out. There's also
hmm
something in there if your coach leaves. Do you think that should have factored in Ole Miss's standing in the CFP?
I think it could have, but I think because
They
they're
didn't. They
so
actually moved him
good,
up farther, which
that's
is
what I'm
crazy.
saying. I think it could have in an imperfect world, but because they're so good, that's why I didn't. Let's go to that Florida State team. Remember that team? That team was struggling with the quarterback in. So when he was out, it was like, hell no,
Yeah.
we not about to let y'all witness this bullshit. Like they had to fix that. So I get that. But yeah, they got lucky for real, for real. I think shout out to the committee for having a lot of respect for what they did this season. But they have to change the I don't care about the playoffs because it is where it is. As far as the deadlines, that needs to be changed
Yeah.
ASAP. There's no need to rush kids anyway on their transfer portal, regardless. Like they're gonna transfer if they want or not. Like we already got recruits coming in. We don't need to think about transfer portal until the season is over
Yeah,
completely.
because
So
it's not like we're saying yeah. Because some people want to get rid of the winter season deadline. They want to get rid of it. I'm with you. You don't have to get rid of it. Just make it in January, the second week of January or some shit. Like that's fine. Like you don't have to get rid of the deadline. It's just the season. Like you said, the season ain't over. Like
no,
now,
let's
granted,
get to
it don't have to be whenever the championship is. It could be before then. That's fine, but it's still gonna be in January. Like at least
yeah.
like most of the teams be done. Their season's over with. After the fairways, everybody be over with. But
I didn't even have a problem, Mitch, with the two system, the two deadline system, because I think, yeah, after spring game and spring ball, you should want to know like where you stand at the end of the day, people will get upset because they're like, the kids don't commit. This is not the system of old. This is a new system.
facts.
Everybody's always moving. The pieces are always moving. We see it with the coaches. So we can't be mad at the kids for wanting to move around. I do think kids need to set proper expectations for themselves and be more willing to compete, because if you keep moving around, you're going to put a label on yourself. And then once you move around so many places, they might not want to mess with you like that anymore. So
Yeah,
I
but
think
you think that really matters in the coach's eyes? They're like, shit, it didn't work there, but hell, I'll take a flyer.
it depends on the coach.
I'll
It
throw him
depends
five
on the
hundred k.
coach.
You
It
know,
depends on the coach, because I'm thinking most people wanted Nico before,
yeah,
obviously his UCLA, but that coach was like, bro, you're not bigger than this program. So it
yeah,
depends on
that's
the
true.
coach and the program. But this LSU, Ole Miss, we can't put too much merit in it. People need to remember this, and they don't really understand because a lot of us aren't from there. That's a rivalry. That's UK versus U of L as far as football. They literally have a label for their rivalry. It's called the Magnolia Bowl. So y'all think they was about to let somebody go to the ops and coach their team? Come on now, would you be okay with Brom coming to UK and then coaching y'all?
Nah, but
Exactly.
it's
Cause
business.
and that's the thing. That's the thing. We can't understand because we're not a part of that rivalry. But if it was us, oh, I wish you would leave UK. Think you going to U of L and you about to coach us? And nah,
Yeah,
vamoose,
yeah.
vamoose.
I last thing on this, I think money was a big factor, but also I feel like Lane Kiffin and a lot of coaches they're very arrogant. I feel like
Yes.
he I feel like he knows he reached his peak with Ole Miss. Ole Miss will never in my lifetime. Ole Miss has never been LSU football. So
No,
maybe when Manning was there a long time ago,
no, they weren't
it
then.
still wasn't. It still wasn't. So I
Stephen
feel
A
like
was
he's
talking about it. He said they ain't won a natty since Marilyn Monroe was Kim K of that
yeah.
era,
So I feel like
and
he's like, man, I
JFK
got
was in office.
LSU. Like,
Yeah,
granted, Bama's not Bama because they said he wanted to be a head coach at Bama, but he didn't want to wait that long. So I feel like that's the next best. It's like LSU, even if he's not, I feel like he is going to be successful because he is a great offensive coach. Now, granted, in the key games, he kind of be fumbling, but his system can work at LSU, and he's going to get who's going to have better players, LSU or Ole Miss. More well now, transfer portal and all that stuff, money and stuff.
now it'll be LSU. But
But
if you want to
LSU
be honest, if you look at the last couple of years, Ole Miss have had the better players, but they also
has
had
had Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin. So
Yeah,
it's gonna
so
be even better players at LSU. But hey, man, I'm just saying this: if he would leave Tennessee, which is a better program in our lifetime than Ole Miss, he's for damn sure going to leave
yeah,
Ole Miss.
yeah,
So power to him. I get it. He's always been big on the ambitions. He really want to be at Bama if we be in 100.
facts.
But he got 5 to 6 to get a natty. I'm just letting you know right now.
Yeah, it might not be that many. It might it might be 3 or 4.
Because
To
if
be
you go
honest.
check all their natties, they got them in a short period of time.
Yeah,
And then if they didn't get fired, they they left.
yeah.
So maybe he gonna go get him a natty and dip
So,
again.
so last thing on Kiffin, he tweeted he had like a little inspiration quote or whatever, and then at the end of end of his little sentence, he had a Trinidad flag or whatever, and his quarterback is named Trinidad
Chambers.
Chambers, whatever.
Yep.
It's a little cryptic. He's like, "Hey man, come on with me to LSU. That'd be hey, that'd
Hey,
be that'd be nice. And then I heard rumors about old dude from Michigan might leave. They talking about him possibly leaving to go to LSU too, because he originally wanted to go to LSU. So
I
Lane could have
wonder.
some stuff brewing, man.
I wonder if this is Barry and Brown's last year of eligibility. Because if it's not,
Oh, and his system,
Godspeed
it'll
to
work.
everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that
Godspeed to
system,
everybody if he gets to come back another year. But even still, you know my boy Ryan. That said my boy Ryan gonna be saying "Go Tigers."
he might. I'm trying to get him to go to Texas. But hey, man, it's this is your part of the pie right here. Hey, man, take it away. You've been asking for hell probably before the even season even started. Damn near
It was, but
for
as far
Stoops
as
to
our
be out
time
of
together,
here.
the whole time we've been on the pod together, yes, yes. So
Mark Stoops is fired. Y'all hired Will Stein, new head coach. What's your thoughts? What's your opinions on it, man? Good
hey
hire.
man, I don't know if Mitch is trying to be a better AD or if he's just making better decisions because he know he about to be up out of there and he wants his legacy to at least mean something before he dips. But this was the best football hiring, in my opinion. And I know it's gonna be petty, but I don't care. Since Rich Brooks, man, like I've big on Mark, never been big on Mark Stoops. I always felt like we got the short end of the stick, the little brother. You
Oh,
know,
that's a
he
fact.
he ain't
That's a fact.
Mike. He ain't Mike.
That's a
And
fact.
hell, I think we could have even took the other brother and he might have been all right. My thing with Mark is I think he's a great recruiter. And I think he's great when it comes to defense.
Is
Even though he did that dumb shit when we were at the swamp where he had zero coverage on two receivers, which was I'll never forgive him for that. But I just think like he did his thing, man. You know, the bar wasn't set too high for UK. Rich was great, don't get me wrong, but Rich had to completely turn our program around. So
mm-hmm.
he didn't get to flourish and have no 10-win season. But we had some great like even with those 10-win seasons we got with Stoops, you can't sit up here and tell me and you remember those Andre Woodson year. None of them 10 wins amount to that Andre Woodson year because
Nah,
we had the nation bump. They was like, wait, what? UK?
yeah,
Because we beat the national champions that year. So with
yeah.
that being said, man, I love that we got Will Stein. Obviously, you know, I know Stein probably caught a few jokes when he was a backup, but Stein has great history, man. His family, they're from Kentucky. You know, I want to say if they're not from Lexington, at least they went to UK. Will did go to Trinity, so he's got ties in Louisville and the state, obviously because 1-1. But I think that was why it was such a great hire, right? Because a lot of people wanted Brian Hartline, and I would have been cool with Brian Hartline. His brother Mike was our quarterback, and Brian has been a great OC for OSU. I mean, we talk about OSU's receivers all the time and how OSU might be the new wide receiver U. Like that, a lot had to do with Brian Hartline, but I just think Will has the better ties, and he's no slouch because, mind you, Garrett Wilson, one of those receivers, he actually was coached by Will Stein in high school. So Will Stein, he paid his dues. He is very young, but he's
He's
already paid his
36,
dues.
bro.
Yeah, I know, and
He's
he's
a
been putting
head
that work in
coach,
coaching.
Power Five school, Power Four school at
Exactly.
36 in the
Even if you're a
SEC.
U of L fan
That is
and you don't
crazy.
mess with us, you got to be proud of that, especially if you're a Louisville native, because this is another Louisville native who's already meeting early success. He knows how to build how a program is built because he was at Oregon with with their coach. So I think he's going to be great on the recruiting scene. I think he's going to really understand how to elevate UK to where it should be. At the end of the day, dude, yes, we're not known for our football, but basketball has done so much. And the money we make with the SEC and off basketball, we have all the resources to build a top 25 program that's seriously in national contention. I just think for the longest they've been complacent and they've never made any big moves like this. And we really probably haven't had the opportunity all the time, but this was the perfect opportunity. They didn't mess up, man. I seen where they were talking about the Dan Mullins and the Brian Kellys. Hey, Mitch, I would have crashed out if we got either one of them. I don't want none of them
I'm,
old ass coaches
I'm with
coaching
you
my
with the
ball
I'm with
team.
you with the young get the young because I was at first I was like, man, why don't you get like a I know people hate James Franklin and he signed earlier. But I was of the nature get a seasoned coach,
I
but
wouldn't have
then
been mad at James Franklin.
but in this era, the kids I kind of like the young coach. I'm
They
interested to see
associate with him.
what his staff's gonna look like. That's like that's gonna. I feel like he needs to. Hopefully, he doesn't get all young staff members on his coaching staff.
I think he
Hopefully,
got our OCs from UTSA. You might have to check
yeah, he
fact
because
check on that.
Will Stein, obviously, like you said, he is a quarterback at Louisville behind Teddy Bridgewater. So after he lets them there, that's when Charlie Strong was our head coach. So then he became a graduate assistant, and he was a coach at Louisville. Then he went to Texas, was coached there for a year because Charlie went to Texas, coached there. Then he went to UTSA, which is insane. I'm not hating on the kid, but going from UTSA to Oregon is crazy. Like
Nah, for sure.
that's a big jump, and then
But
go
that just
from
shows
that
he's like that,
to
man. He's
Kentucky.
like that.
And
Yeah.
you even brought up Brian Hartline. The reputation Brian Hartline is there's a great receiver coach, all this stuff. This man was coaching at South Florida now.
Yeah.
That's crazy. If anybody, it sounds like I'm hating on Will Stein. I feel like Brian Hartline would be the oh yeah Kentucky or a Power Four team. No disrespect to South Florida, but South Florida is not Kentucky. Like, it's not even close.
No, I think Brian Hartline obviously wanted the UK job. He wasn't the number one option. That's how
That's crazy.
confident they are in Will. But Will has ties, and I think they're trying to, and I hate to say it because it just gives y'all something to brag about. They kind of replicating what y'all did. Y'all brought in Jeff, who understands U of L football. You need somebody who understands UK football. And Brian is great, but he's not from here. He went to OSU. His brother did.
Yeah,
Like, and he probably would have brought Mike with him, which would have been dope. But I think that's really why Will got the job. They could connect to him more, and that made sense. But hey, shout out Brian. He got to go to South Florida. He played at Miami. He
yeah,
got Florida ties. Like he's gonna, and with his wide receiver reputation, he's gonna do fine. Honestly, I don't expect him. That's a stepping stone job for
yeah. He's
him.
not gonna be
So
there
next
long.
time a big job opens up, it could be Florida State. Hell, it could be Miami. I don't like Cristobal as they
Yeah.
coach. I don't think he don't got the swag for me to be. If you know, Zell loves his Miami Hurricanes and he wants to call them the U so bad. Y'all want the U? Go get y'all a Brian Hartline because y'all
Oh yeah,
never
he'd
gonna
have
be
a
the U under Cristobal. That
yeah,
man's
he'd have it
boring.
rocking. Yeah, he'd have it rocking.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
anything else on
hey
UK,
man,
man? You
listen,
excited for the next season? Yeah, you.
we locked in. We locked in our quarterback recruit. I've already checked the recruiting boards. Ain't shit out there. As far as high school recruits, that's just dead. A lot of kids have already committed. Wait till the transfer portal. I just feel it. Don't be shocked. You see some Oregon folk.
Oh
Tell
yeah,
along with them. But I'm just interested to see the staff too. Like you said, we got the. I think we got a guy from UTSA. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't learn till this week. You know Brad Cragthorpe. RIP to Steve Cragthorpe. I know y'all ain't a big fan of him as a football coach, but that's his dad, obviously. He is the wide receiver coach at the Bengals.
hmm.
Lo and behold, I ain't saying he's gonna come back to college, but let's say they that coach gets fired and they tear down that staff. Hey man, maybe he tries to go get his alumni brother and bring him down too. I did not know he'd been with the Bengals the past 5 years though.
Oh yeah, I didn't
That blew
either.
my mind. So
Yeah, I didn't either.
shout out to
So
Trinity's quarterbacks, man. They be making things shake for real, for real.
yeah, that's a fact. Last thing I got on here. Well, I got two more things actually. First, shout because you said something about Kentucky being a top 25 program. Not trying to hate on Kentucky, but I feel like if Vandy can do it, UK can do it. Speaking
Come
of
on
Vandy,
now.
Speaking of Vandy, this is crazy. I don't think you would ever imagine in your lifetime what I'm about to say. Vandy gets the number one pocket passing quarterback, the number 5 overall prospect to flip from Georgia to come to Vandy.
All
That's
right, we're
insane.
gonna talk about it real quick. Comment. Shout out my brother Mayhem Moten, heavyweight, the heavyweight champ. He's in the comments talking this shit like usual. He told you to turn my video off until I take this UK off. It's not
Yeah.
gonna happen, bro.
It's
You
hurt my
already know the
eyes, but I'm,
vibes. Yeah, you
but
know the vibes. I gotta watch them when they in they red. They gonna watch me in my blue today.
respect, respect.
Shout
So
out to
yeah,
my nephew too. My nephew is his birthday. Look, Caden, y'all keep an eye out on him. Linebacker. Yeah, he's at North Bullet. He's like that. But as far as the quarterback for Vandy, hey man, I've been saying it on the pod too. You can attest to this. They building culture. They might get robbed of the playoffs this year, and that's okay because nobody expect them to be this close anyway. But they building culture. It's gonna suck because Diego gonna get hold the most out of this.
facts.
But they building culture in Vandy, man. Like when I watched the SEC documentary and seeing how they build that up, like you got a kid, man, who grew up to be a man. Obviously, they coached. He was a real Vandy fan. He went to Vanderbilt games when he was a kid. Let me
That sounds
repeat myself.
terrible.
He went to Vanderbilt games.
Mm.
He been through hell. So there was nothing y'all can ever say or do that's gonna hurt him. He's already seen the worst of the worst. And now they getting close to the best of the best, man. Like Vandy's tough. Y'all played them. I want to say y'all beat them twice, right?
You talking about the last 2 years?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, we beat them.
yeah. But they gave y'all a tough ass game last year,
Yeah,
though. This
yeah.
one,
They came back.
it
Hell, they almost won
they
this year. They
did
almost
come
came back.
back, but they started. We honestly both expected y'all to lose because of how good they played y'all last year and the way y'all was playing. We thought y'all were gonna
Yeah,
lose.
facts.
But man, hey, listen, Vandy ain't nothing to play with, bro. And they just got the number one quarterback to flip from Georgia. That's B
Yeah,
Dur's team, y'all. Georgia. I know he's sick. He probably gonna wash it off. Man, whatever. We don't care. Listen, that hurts. If
yeah.
your
No,
quarterback
it's crazy.
leaves you as a 5-star prestigious school and goes to Vandy, what Nick Saban call him? The walking mat
Yeah,
of the SEC. He took that back this year, but he said that that's
yeah.
on video. I would always play that to keep my players hype. Never get too big for your britches. Remember, this is what they said about us
Hmm.
within the last 5 years.
Yeah. Last thing I got. I'm not. You're a very conference guy. I really don't care about the conferences matter and all stuff. At the end of the day, only thing
Yeah,
I
you
care
hit
about
it
is my
too.
team.
Yeah,
I don't care about
that's true.
y'all. So fuck the conference. Fuck the
When you
SEC.
when you're a weak
Yeah.
team, you have to have something to be proud about.
Yeah, I'm just like SEC. But with that being
Yeah,
said, this is a notch under the SEC. So for the first time, I think since 2008, USC has the number one recruiting class, and it's the first time that it's not been a SEC school in the last 18 years or however many years that is since 2008.
you
Is
said
that not
USC, like
USC
Southern
Southern
California.
California? Yeah,
I mean,
like
it's Lincoln Riley. I'm not too shocked about that. He's been doing this a long time. But can he go do something like besides recruiting and bringing big names? Like, go be great, bro. Because I feel like we've been talking about Lincoln Riley for years, like on some Lane Kiffin or Sark shit, and them teams suck. Like,
yeah,
we don't
they
even
have been
think about
underperforming.
USC when we're talking about the playoffs.
No,
So
it's
that's
like
cute and that's cool. Go win something, bro.
that's a fact. That's
Because
a fact.
you
I
were
can't hate
one
on
of the
that.
most coveted coaches. You've had some of the best recruits and players. Go win some. Because I mean, the number one, that's cute. But guess what? That's pre-transfer portal.
Yeah, that's it. Really don't mean nothing in that in today's day and age because it
Exactly.
don't
And he
because
might
they still
still
got.
have the number one after the transfer. But go do something with it.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. You got anything else for college football before we go to the NFL?
Nah, man, we touched all the points that I really had. I mean, hey, man, I'm excited. Obviously, with Will, but this off season is gonna be crazy. Postseason definitely, but the off season, I think is gonna be even more crazy because I mean, with the postseason, we kind of know what to expect based off the teams that we're presented with. This off season, we have no idea what to expect, and
That's a
with all
fact.
this money that's about to be thrown around, hey, y'all, just know there could be some teams right now that are in the playoffs that might not sniff them next year because money gonna talk
That's a
this season.
fact. That's the thing about the portal, man. It changed it from amateurism to professionalism, boy. It ain't the same what we grew up on. Like your team can change like that. And I kind of like it, to be honest with you, because it's more parity. You don't get the Alabama just being clear cut above everybody else. So it's
Saban left
I,
for a reason, bro. He's a
oh no,
businessman.
he saw the writing on the wall. That's a fact.
he
He saw the
he
writing on
didn't
the
want.
wall.
I think he could do this if he wanted to, but he doesn't. So that's why he did it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, man. Let's go ahead and move on to the NFL. First thing I like going in reverse. So what happened the most recent the Monday Night Football game? The Patriots smacked up on the Giants 33-15. The two first of all, Jackson Dart, man. I love his heart. I love he'll like run through a wall for his team. He'll put his life on the line every time he steps gets the ball from the center. But this dude has got to learn to slide and get out of bounds. And then in the post game, he said, "Oh man, it's football, bro. You are not gonna. You already seen your running back who have that. Now, again, he's a running back. He should be able to take hits. Cool. But as a quarterback, you've seen in history these quarterbacks that take a lot of hits, they don't have longevity. And he got smacked like 3 times in that game. What are your thoughts on Jackson Dart? Is he gonna survive, or like what you think?
Um, I'm gonna address that. Quick check on the comments. Shout out to my boy Weston Bobby. I'm telling y'all, your friends and your family, they will always keep you humble because they talk the most shit and they pray on your downfall. I will never switch to U of L. Like chill on that. The only way I'll ever even support U of L outside of going to the school to get an education is if one of my nephews go play there. So you tweaking. Yeah, it's Big Blue all day. We I don't even know why we having this conversation. But as far as Jay Dart, man, hey, I love Jay Dart. I've won money with Jay Dart. So shout out to Jay Dart. I'm not mad at his style. I just think he has to think, of course. Unfortunately, because he's a rookie, he don't get the calls he's supposed to get. Let's go to that play where he got knocked out of bounds. Mitch, I know you was
He was
watching
in
close.
bounds. He was in bounds.
You
It's
right, but
fair.
let's be fair. If that was Patrick going outside, that
Oh
man
yeah, they'd have thrown a
he would
flag.
exactly. He would have got kicked out of the game. He got death threats because it's Jackson Dart, young rookie quarterback, and he a wild feisty one. They gonna blame him, bro. He was going out of bounds. He was not where he was going out. He wasn't trying to go past that. So I just think that the rest are so inconsistent. That's annoying as hell to me. So let me start there. But as far as his safety is concerned, I think he does have to be. You can be aggressive and be smart. Josh Allen is a great example, right? And let's even go to Josh Allen. When he was a rookie, he was kind of very similar to Dart. Now, mind you, he way bigger than Dart.
He's
Pause.
six, 5, 6'6",
Like that,
250.
that man's basically damn near Cam Newton,
Yeah,
but the vanilla version. You feel me? So they're two different physical specimens, but it did take Josh Allen a while to learn how to properly run the ball in the NFL. And I think it's an adjustment period for all rookies. Like they're so used to doing something a certain way because they've always been the number one guy. In the NFL now, everybody's the number one guy or was the number one guy before
that's a
they got
fact.
here. So you just got to be safe and smart about it. And the thing with the New England Patriots, as you know, they have your former coach. They're really smart about how they attack the plays. And I think they got a little help from the refs last night, but or 2 nights ago. It feels like last night because of the snow day. But they got a lot of help from the refs Monday night, but also they were just very strategic and smart with how they attacked the players because they were hitting Dart just at the right. If they would have just missed a slight millisecond, it would have been a flag. But they were right on time. So he's got to change his style up, or he won't last that long in the league. But I love it. I love that mind. He's not scared. He's not
Oh no, he
afraid.
not. No.
He's not afraid. Honestly, like Dylan Gabriel, if he would have been like more aggressive, like a dart, I think he would have lasted longer as a starter. But when you're 5'9", 10, 11-ish, you can't really throw and you're not aggressive with the run, you're gonna be out of there. But man, J Dart did his thing. Honestly, it's just unfortunate because they didn't get the calls and that team is bad right now and they got
Yeah,
a
no,
lot of
that's bad.
injuries.
So is the are the Patriots fugazi? Are they real? Are they real contenders? What you think? Because I say that
Um,
because people are complaining about they
their
po-
schedule.
their schedule. They're on a 10 game win streak. Here's our last 10 games: the Panthers, the Bills, the Saints, the Titans, the Browns, the Falcons, the Bucks, the Jets, the Bengals, and then the Giants. Now
Let's
you can only play who's on your schedule.
Yeah,
So
and I was about to say, let's address the fans. This is not college. You don't get to pick who you play in some non-divisional tradition. Okay, you play your division every year, every opponent twice. So you got 6 division games. Then you have 4 division games from another division within your conference. 4 more from the other conference. So right there, what is that? We got 14. Then you
yeah,
got 3 more games. You got 2 in conference games from divisions that you don't play that year, and then one random uh non-conference game that's not the division you play. So that is a system that's been built and it's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. So to be try to hold a schedule against somebody, that's crazy to me. I think they're playing great. I think they have a great coach and they understand the game of football. I do want to see them get tested in the playoffs, but that's the only time they're going to get tested. They're not going to get tested the rest of this year.
no, that schedule.
They
They got
weren't
the
even
Bills.
supposed.
They got the Bills next. They got the Bills, Ravens, Jets, Dolphins.
I'm standing 10 toes down, Mitch. They're not going to get tested again this year because they already beat the Bills in Buffalo, and now
That's
you
fact.
got them in New England. Good
Yeah.
luck, Bills. Good luck. Y'all better step it up because they're already there. But I do want to see them get tested, and honestly, if they're smart, they're going to win these games out because they're going to want and need that.
Home field advantage.
Yeah, because I just give you a great example. If they play my Texans, I don't like their chances
That'd be a tough game.
because right now, what'd you say?
That'd be a tough. It'd be a good game. Like
I think Will Campbell's out for the rest of the year, right?
yeah, left tackle. Yeah, I think he is.
And you want to go against us where we can
Yeah,
throw 3 or 4?
yeah. It'd be a tough. It'd be
Good.
a tough match. It'd be a tough match. It'd
God
be a defensive
bless.
game. It'd be a defensive
The
game.
only way we lose that game is if CJ shits the bed because their defense is solid, but I don't think their defense against our offense does as well as our defense against their offense. Just being honest with you.
Well, no, y'all's defense
So
is better, but it's still gonna yeah, it's
it
gonna
would
be
be
a
a good
defensive
game
game.
though. It would definitely depend on what CJ does. But with that being said, I mean they'd have to play them. I, the Colts have injuries, so I can't speak too much on their behalf. The AFC North is a mess. And then as far as the AFC West, they don't want to see the Broncos.
But even with the Broncos, it'd be a defense. It'd be another defensive.
I think that ends up being a wash game for them, honestly. Broncos pull that out. But yeah, man, I mean, they took advantage of their schedule and they're just moving forward. So as long as they get this home field advantage, it's going to be very interesting because they're going to get tested in the playoffs for sure. But that's only when they'll be tested.
But you would
Um,
never have thought that I don't think you would have. Let's say the consensus would never have had the Patriots where they are right
no,
now.
no, I got
So
a little cousin who's a Patriots fan, and he's a Buckeyes fan. He's the most annoying fan on earth
it
because he
sounds
can talk
terrible.
so much. Bro, terrible, terrible person. That's a terrible person in combination. I love my cousin though. He's a great guy, but as a fan, ridiculous. But yeah, man, yeah, they weren't supposed to be this good. The Bills were supposed to do what they've been doing because the last few years, the reason Josh Allen won an MVP, the defense has been man, and they ain't had receivers, and they figured it out. That shit ain't flying this year. They better go in the off season and go to work
Yeah,
because they need some wide receiver help, and they need help on the defense because
that's a fact. That's a
Josh
fact.
Allen can't be Superman all the
Every
time,
week,
bro.
yeah.
It's going to catch up to you in the NFL. So
So last thing on this game is about Drake May. Right now, he was second. Now that he's the favorite because Stafford lost and he didn't have that good of a game. So Drake May is one, Stafford's two, and Jonathan Taylor's three with the odds right now. Do you think if the Patriots just lose one more game, you think Drake May has a good chance of getting that in? Which is crazy even saying that. Drake May will be the MVP.
man, I think that boy Drake May gets it over. I think he gets it over your boy Stafford, man, because Stafford shit the bed last week.
He threw
Bad.
one. He threw one bad pick. The other pick wasn't his fault. They got tipped.
Listen, listen.
But
You
they
know
still
as
they still
much as
shouldn't
I
have lost that
know.
game. They still
Losing
shouldn't
to
have
the
lost that game.
Panthers hurts. You can still go to the playoffs, but as far as getting that MVP, that's probably dead. JT, I've loved the season he's had, but with the fact that I don't think he's gonna break any of the records, on top of the fact that they might not win their division.
Yeah, it's a close race with y'all and Jacksonville. So it's
We are 4-1. We
yeah.
got the best divisional. Now I expect the Colts to win this weekend, so they should be all right. But if we go on a winning streak and we play them that last game in Houston, Texas, listen now, a dub right there. Division is ours. The division is ours, and that pretty much puts them in a wild card and like makes their great season almost disappointing because they started off the year so great and we was talking about shit. We was talking about Danny Dimes, Indiana Jones, Daniel Jones as the MVP at one point. I don't think we've ever talked about that in his career. So shout out to him. But yeah, man, I think May's gonna he's probably a shoe in to get it, man.
Will this change your opinion on it? Do you know Drake May's brother is the May boy that played at North Carolina basketball?
I no,
He hit
I
that game
don't
winner.
listen.
Does that
You
change
just
your
wanted to
opinion?
take a shot at
I'm
my
just I'm
team.
saying. Does that
I
change your
don't like
opinion?
the May family at
I'm
all.
saying.
I don't
Okay.
like Drake, but I gotta call it how I see it.
Okay.
So it is what it is. I don't have to like that man to give him props, but his whole family can eat shit because
There it is.
they they caused me pain, and I know only one did it, but y'all part of the bloodline, so fuck y'all. But yeah, man.
Okay. So we
Hey,
talked
hey,
about.
first of all, look, Zell and Bobby, y'all in there, light skinned brothers united. Y'all keep on. I'm gonna roast both of y'all asses, especially you, Bobby. We're gonna
All right,
post a
moving on to
selfie
this.
of you. Keep on. They said I
Moving
look
on
like
to this.
Filbert, bruh, from Rocco's Part of Life. If they keep
Oh,
playing
that's
with me,
hilarious.
hey, bruh,
Oh
if they
shit.
keep playing with me, bruh,
Oh, that's
I'm about to
crazy.
air that bit out, bruh. I'm
That's
about to air that bit
crazy.
out. That was a
Uh,
good one though,
that
but
was that's
y'all can eat
actually
shit too.
hilarious.
Y'all can eat shit too.
Oh shit. All right, man. Moving to this next game. You talked
We
about Josh
just
Allen for a
that's a
second.
hey. I'm all right. I'm gonna tell you, fuck you, because I know that's a clip coming, and that's fine. I give you consent, but fuck you, because I already
That,
know
that
that's
was
gonna be a clip.
no, that was funny. You spoke on Josh Allen. Their game really wasn't anything. They beat the Steelers 26-7. But I wanted to bring this up to your attention. Josh Allen breaks Cam Newton's rushing touchdown record. Now he has 76 career rushing touchdowns. Is there a is there a conversation? Is it a conversation now? Cam Newton, Josh Allen, or is it still Cam Newton? What's your thoughts? Cam Newton or Josh Allen?
For me, it's Cam. I know for a majority of the NFL fan base wise, they're gonna put Josh Allen as a better quarterback in the history books of Cam because Cam didn't do it the style that they love. But I don't think Josh can ever have the legacy Cam has. I don't think anybody really can. Even my guy Jalen. I don't think Cam is just the swag. It's taking the I know the Panthers went with Jake Delhomme to the Super Bowl, but we don't really remember that team. We definitely remember Cam Newton's Panthers, and their team was ass. But
That's a
we
fact.
remember it because of how great and how polarizing Cam Newton was. So Josh, I mean, maybe he can change my
You're a
mind
rings
in this.
guy. Let me throw this in. Say he does. Say Josh Allen does win a Super Bowl. Does that change your mind any? That's
You
a big
can't
what
take
if.
away that. I think. Look, it's like this, right? Vic has no rings, but what Vic was to the culture in that time period, you have to do that or more to take that from him. That's why I think Lamar gets the title because what Lamar has done for the culture in this time period, I mean,
Does
you
that make him a
almost
better?
have to
Does
give
that
him the
make him a better
MVP every
quarterback?
year.
Does that make him a better quarterback?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't. As far as a better quarterback, it'll probably go to Josh, especially when you look at all the intangible. But if you ask me who do I want, like I get the draft pick, who am I taking them? I'm taking Cam
Okay, I don't even no pushback from that. I'm a Cam guy,
because
so
Cam has never been blessed with the same offensive uh scheme. I would say that Josh has. Now, granted, yeah, did he get CMC? He did, but he didn't. They never got to see what that was like.
and Cam playing in a different era of football too. And it's not. I know it's
Exactly.
not that big of
So
a difference of time period, but it does matter.
yeah.
Josh Allen ain't getting hit the same as like Cam Newton
No,
was.
hell no, because
It's not the
one
same.
one they damn near caught. That's why I was mad about the dart. If you breathe on the quarterback the wrong way, it's a flag. But Dart's just too young to get that call. And then on top of that, when you had the way they scheme it, Josh doesn't is he's not going to get hurt. Who was I don't even remember who the OC was for Cam. He didn't have the OCs and the head coaches for
No.
offense, anyways, because their coach legendary Bears player, linebacker. He's a defensive guy. I can't think of his name right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's different, man. Cam, man.
Okay.
That's all
Okay.
I'm saying.
I'm gonna give you another chance to have an ISO. You brought it up briefly. I feel like a lot of people picked the Colts in this game. Texans versus Colts. It was a close game, a defensive battle. Um, first, your thoughts on the game. Second, is the Texans the best team in the AFC South?
Man, listen, man. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
You're about to even say me something crazier. Go ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
jumping off the skyscraper. We finna win the Super Bowl. We finna be a dark horse. It's gonna be one of them years. And you
That's
know this, Mitch. You know your football. A lot of times that team that win the Super Bowl is that team that don't think is gonna even make it past the first round they play. Like a New York Giants twice. But when you got that defense, when you got a front 3 to 4 that can rush the QB by themselves and cause havoc, you have a shot. Now,
nah. I think
granted, when I think of that Giants team, let's be honest, Mitch, you rather have an Eli or CJ Stroud.
Oh, I don't like Eli, so I could I would do a
Exactly.
fucking I'll do a Kenyon
Exactly.
Martin. I can name 300 quarterbacks better than Eli Manning. I don't
Exactly.
rock with Eli Manning at
And
all.
they won
So
2 Super Bowls. So all I'm saying is, when your defense is clicking like this, why? If y'all don't believe me, chat, all our viewers, go look at the history books. Go look how many times a bottom seed team won the Super Bowl, especially during our lifetime. We're winning
yeah.
the Super Bowl. So to answer your question, yes, we're the best team in the AFC
Man,
South.
okay.
They
I
can't mess
respect it.
with us. And what's even crazier, we don't have our best running back.
That's a fact too.
We have a altered running game right now, and CJ's not playing his best football. Let him get right, go into this postseason, and make the best decisions. I'm telling y'all, no team wants to see us. Mitch will tell you, regardless if we agree or not, you got Daniil Hunter on one side and Will Anderson on another side. You got to
No.
go against Stingley Jr. and you got Bullock back there. You don't want these problems, man.
Yeah, and y'all got
So
Lassiter.
Chiefs,
Y'all got
and
DJ
Ted's in the comments
Speed.
too. Hey man, I've been rolling with the Chiefs the past few years. That was kind of like my, you know, you sneak off, go outside, make a phone call. I love watching the Chiefs, man. I love how they play football, and it's been an honor to see that boy Pat do his thing. But Ted, R.I.P. the Chiefs. Cause y'all season's over this Sunday. It's dead, bro. I don't know if I'm gonna be on Sunday, so I'm talking my shit right now. It's dead. We packing y'all up. Y'all going home. Go ahead and tell your coach, put Mahomes on the shelf. Lose the rest of y'all games so I can get a solid draft pick. We sending y'all home early, Brody. There ain't no playoffs this year. Christmas is canceled. We are Tommy from Power. This is season 4 of Force. Christmas is canceled. Mark my words.
Okay, that could be a very good game because y'all's, and it's not because of y'all's offense. I think y'all, like you said, your offense has been puttering and
It's
stumbling a
not.
little bit, but it's just that defense, man. I'm a defensive guy, so I like defense. So, and I can't hate. There's not a. I don't know what y'all's weakest position on defense is. I really don't know. So I like, at least the Chiefs. I can be like, well, their DBs is
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they their defensive coordinator. He be scheming some shit together. But you have a good defensive minded coach, and y'all got the players. Like
Come on, man.
I can't hate on it. Like it's
Not only is our coach a good defensive mind, he played the game and was top tier. And he
yeah.
also played for the Texans. Now, my boy Bobby's still in the comments hating. He a Saints fan. He don't have nothing to be happy about. So of course he got to hate on me talking about Cowboy optimism. I don't associate with the Cowboys. I'm not there anymore. What they do is their business. This ain't got nothing to do with the Cowboys. This has everything to do with, I love defense, bro. I played defense. I understand defense. And when you have a defense like this, the saying continues. Defense wins championship. We have a championship defense.
Teddy in the comments, hey, me, I've been betting lately. Y'all want to go ahead and put something on that game? Go ahead, a friendly little wager.
What you trying to do,
Yeah, yeah.
Ted?
Hey
What
man,
you
a friendly
trying to
little 10,
do?
friendly little 20,
Hey, you better
100.
ask the last fan who bet against me. That Colts fan. You better ask my boy. He bet against me, and we locked that in months ago. Was sick. He was sick when he seen me on Monday. But we can do whatever. I ain't scared.
Speaking
We'll
of
talk
y'all's
shop.
defense, I feel like I know what your answer is gonna be. So, in your opinion, does the Houston Texans have the best defense in the NFL?
Without a doubt. I think the only defense that even comes close to ours is Green Bay. Green Bay's defense is the sole reason why they're still in contention because their offense started off so shitty this year, which we both can agree on. And I don't know if you knew or heard the rumors that pretty much Jordan Love had to go pull LaFleur to the side, like, hey, bro, you gotta let me cook. And
Mm.
we've talked about that a lot. And I've argued with y'all, but I'm telling y'all this, and I've had a lot of people back me on this, and I really want us to get connected to some current players so we can get this. The NFL is not the same, bro. Like a lot of these quarterbacks, they just follow what their OC and head coaches tell them. We need them to go back to our era. Sometimes you gotta tell the coach, "Hey, bro, get out of my ear. Let me. I'm gonna get blamed regardless. Anyway, you gonna get a little bit of blame. I'm gonna get all the blame though, majority of the blame. So let me cook. Let me do my thing. Let me show out, or let me die on my own sword. Because all that controlling, we need to run this man. Sometimes you gotta adapt.
Yeah.
You can plan all week. It's like boxing. You can prep all day, but you don't know what it's like to be in that ring till you get hit in the mouth. And now you gotta adapt to what's going on. What's the situation? That's football too, in a sense. You get hit in the mouth, man. You gotta adjust. So I think Green Bay has done a phenomenal job keeping them afloat. I think Green Bay is gonna take control of the NFC North. I think it's been fun watching the Bears do their thing. They're still gonna go to the playoffs, but they gotta play the Packers at Green Bay. Do you got them winning, Mitch?
I, if I was, I don't do the betting as much anymore. If I was to put money, I'd say the Packers should win that
That's what
game.
I'm saying, bro. They better take the reins, and they're clicking right now. And Wicks, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, this boy was a non-factor, but he might be their best receiver now with some still solid receivers. And if we can get y'all boy Golden to get a little healthy and get on
Yeah.
that field and just he gets open. I ain't even gonna say get open because it ain't on him. If we can get Love to connect on that pass,
Hmm.
he probably have like 6 tutties,
Yeah, that's
like for
possible.
the
Yeah.
distance already this year. He probably have 6 40+ yard tutties. So yeah, man, I think that's the only defense that's even close to us. But we the best defense in the league. We we're gonna probably go down as the one of the greatest defense in history. Cause like I
God
said,
damn. That boy jumped out
Tevin
the
said it here
window.
first, y'all. We're
Sheesh.
going to win the Super Bowl. It's
Okay.
gonna happen.
Only team I would say was the another team. I do like the Broncos defense. I do like the way that they play. They don't have as many players that are good as on y'all's team, but they do play some good ass football on the defensive side. And
Yeah, man.
Riley Moss being a, I'm not going to bring in the racial thing, but Riley Moss being a corner, uh, that's the only downfall. But PS2 out there, they got a great defensive line, linebackers, edge rush. So, but they don't have. I still would say that y'all, the Texans are number one, but I do like the Broncos too.
Listen,
Um,
man, we gotta put a little more respect on the white athlete, the white male athlete in 2025. It's not the same white male athlete
that's
we
no,
was
no,
used
no,
to
that's a
growing
fact.
up.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
They putting in that work and they like that. It's
That's
still
a
weird for us
yeah.
because
No,
we ain't used
that's a
to it.
fact.
But hey, but yeah, man. Honestly, I got Pack and Texans in the Super Bowl. Pack and
Okay.
Texans in the Super Bowl. But
Okay.
what would be fun would be if the Cowboys made it
Oh
and the
no, that'd be
Texans.
hilarious.
That would be the funniest group chat day on earth. But I got Pack and Texans, man.
So
What the
I want to take
comments
a
talking
time.
about?
I want to take a time just to talk about what was going on in my group chats, man. I got a lot of homies I went to school with from Atlanta, so they're
Okay.
Falcons fans. They lost to the Jets. Um, they are contemplating being fans. One of my homies, D Money, he went to his. He said my best friend. He said he went to his best friend and asked for advice. He typed in the chat GBT. I'm gonna post this on this clip. What do we do as an organization? I'm an Atlanta Falcons fan. I've been a fan for all my life. What is the results? What should we do? This boy went to ChatGPT and
Mm-hmm.
ChatGPT broke it down. It was like coaching, organizational. Y'all need a quarterback. They broke it all down because all of them was like, "Man, I'm done. I'm done." And one of them said, "Hey, I'm joining the Texans." I said, "These boys is going through. These boys is going
Woo!
through it, boy. They ready to. They throwing in their.
Hey,
They've been
shout
Mike
that
Vick
boy
fans,
out.
all
Shout that
that.
boy out.
Like
Tell him
they
hit me up,
already
man.
like, man,
Yeah.
I'm done. I've seen enough. He's
Tell
like,
him hit me up, man.
he said the Jets wasn't bad enough, even though I do think the Panthers are better. He's like, bro, somebody's like, oh, they lost to the Panthers. He's like, it's not that we lost. I think they said they lost 30-0. I said, yeah, that's bad. I said, yeah. I said, so I see why they getting up in arms, but I ain't never seen like I'm a Titans fan and I ain't even reached that level. I just know we ass. I guess because the Falcons have better players and they think that they should be better. But when that boy said, "Yeah, man, I had to go to Chat GBT to try to pull me off the ledge of," and I don't think it helped because Chat GBT basically said they were trash. Like organizationally, the coach need a quarterback. I said, "Yeah, that's." And you know, I'm a big believer in Bijan. If all that's happening, you can't be successful and have a good team. So I just wanted to give them a little shout out because I ain't
Hey
never.
man,
That's crazy. Like that's
I
wild.
look little advice from Tev, y'all. If y'all watching or maybe Mitch will send y'all this clip. Hey man, I was a Cowboys fan for most of my teenage, majority of my adult life. But I just want to say this, men, because we too prideful. We
That's
think
a
we have
fact.
to be committed to these teams forever. We don't even commit to these women forever. So why the hell are we spending money on organizations that don't care about our opinions? Don't care that we in misery, this thing. Like, bro, when our team loses, think about it. You don't want to go to work the next day. You don't want to deal with your peer group because you're distraught on how stressed out your team has made you. Whether it's because you just love them so much, you got fantasy players on your team. Never should do, by the way. It'll stress you out even more. You bet on your team. Oh man, that's even worse because you're in full denial when you bet on your team because
Facts.
you make up every scenario on why they're gonna win
Facts.
and it don't happen. So all I'm saying is, man, I ain't saying you got to change teams every year. I'm making a 10-year commitment to the Texans, and depending on how that goes, we'll sign another
Facts.
we'll sign another deal pending that. Or I'll go become a nomad. But what I'm telling y'all is, man, don't let these teams stress y'all out, especially you Atlanta Falcon fan. Cause y'all are trash, bro. Like, we were supposed to have the best Super Bowl celebration. I'm bringing it up right now. I don't care. We were supposed to have the best post Super Bowl celebration in Atlanta. I was ready to gas the car up, Mitch, and drive down there myself because I knew that the booty clubs was gonna be on 1,000. It was gonna be the sight of the century, and they was up 28-3. They let that boy Tom build his leg. That honestly, his legacy was already built, but that's like the pillar of his legacy now. That even when this man down 28-3,
Yeah,
you can't stop him. Y'all ruined the strippers was gonna make so much money, man. Y'all ruined how much money they was gonna make that
that's a
weekend.
fact. They ain't never been the same
So,
since. To be
and y'all
honest
ain't
with you.
never been the same. Y'all really ain't been the same since that boy Vic got
Yeah.
locked up. But Arthur Blank, I don't know, man. Maybe you should sell the team. Maybe you should stop making decisions. I don't know what y'all got to do, but you got to do something. Y'all went and
Yeah.
got Michael Penix early, and that
That
man
is,
has tore just about everything in his body that a man can tear. And I hope he can get well soon and become a different animal, same beast, whatever you want to call it. But I think we might need to say the writing's on the wall on that one and go ahead and get y'all a new quarterback. Because it ain't Penix. It's definitely not Kirk Cousins. We already know that. Shout out to Kirk Cousins though, because watching him on TV, he's such a good guy, man. But I don't want him to quarterback my team. So I feel
okay.
I feel for y'all. But the one that switched to the Texans, hey man, we gang.
Respect.
Shout out to
Respect.
you.
Oh, I got a few more things left.
What's up? What else we
Did
got
you
on here?
see the what was it last week when the Carolina Panthers player punched Juwan Jennings in the nuts and he got suspended, rightfully so. You can't do that. So this past week, Juwan Jennings got into it again with somebody, and so Shelby Harris after the game, went to the had post game interview. He spoke in a situation. He said he's a hoe. Straight from his mouth. Post game interview. He told reporters he's a hoe. And I see why he got punched in the nuts. And I'm not surprised he ain't got punched in the jaw yet. Dev, What are your thoughts, man?
What did he say? Do we know what he
He
said
he
yet?
said he said some things that should not be said to another grown man.
But
I
we
don't know
don't know
what
the
that.
specifics.
We don't know the specific, but I can only imagine on the football field. I can. There's probably some
Here's
crazy
my
stuff he
thing
said.
though. If you saying somebody need to get hit in their job, why don't you go do it? Cause if you gonna put a stamp on it, go meet that man and handle
And
that.
Chippy Harris defensive lineman, so he ain't no little. He's
Nah, but I'm just saying, go handle it. Don't talk about it. Go handle it. Cause otherwise, it's just a lot of church. Man, listen, we played football. It's a dirty game, man. When you get in the trenches, like shit said, stuff people do, the places you can be grabbed in a pile. I don't even
yeah,
really want to think about it because it's just why I wasn't one of those players, but people do that. And
yeah,
not only will they grab you there, they'll go in, they'll enter like
yeah.
pause, big pause. But that's how that's how dirty this game get. So when it's some chirping, I'm like, is it that deep? Because I everybody who's played football, I know people have done the dirtiest shit
Yeah.
and say crazy things all the time. So I don't know what was said. It's football.
Like
He
you said,
might have
that's
crossed the
like.
line, but at the end of the day, bro, you a fucking D lineman. And he's a receiver. Like, man, find that man on the field and clear him.
So the funny thing is, I know you watched Akeem Talib, so and you know how he was in the league. So he spoke on it, and he was like, he said basically what you said. Well, you felt that way, you should have did it. And then
Damn, bro.
what's the offensive lineman? I can't think of his name.
Richie Incognito.
Incognito. They basically had a little argument on their pod.
Richie's
Basically,
always talking, man.
and Keith Lee was like, "Nah, he's because Richard Incognito, he's like, hey, no, he's a big guy. You know,
Yeah.
they always do chirping. Once the offensive line, defense line get around, they pipe that stuff down. And Keith Sleeve said, I knocked plenty of offensive linemen down. He said, yeah, you too. You come over here, I'll hit you with an
Hey,
uppercut.
bro, even
Hey,
his form in the uppercut. Listen,
shit
listen to
was
you. All
crazy.
y'all who don't know Akeem Talib, look up Akeem Talib and look up his history. Akeem Talib is really about that life. Like, I
That's a
mean, I'm
fact.
not gonna speak on outside of football because that ain't none of my business and I don't know the details. But go look up some stories about Akeem Talib and the people he hang with. Like you can try that man if you want to. Even you, Richie is one of those tough guys in the
Yeah,
NFL, but he a tough guy on the field. I don't know if he been in the real trenches and still talk the way he be talking. So, and I know they ain't got real beef, but I'm just saying, like what Akeem said is true too. I know plenty of little dudes is knock big dudes out. Just cause you big don't mean you
yeah,
got
don't mean
you
nothing.
don't have a glass jaw.
That's
Like
a fact.
every big dude can't fight, y'all.
That's a
Most of the
fact.
time they don't have to because they big as hell and they look intimidating. So you ain't worried about them. Me, I'm a bigger guy, but I ain't always been this big, and I've always been in between. So I've been tried plenty of time, so I know how to adjust. But I'm pretty sure if I was 6'5", 250, I would never have to fight because most people ain't gonna try me. But there's some people who don't care. Some people go for the biggest guy in the room because they
That's a
need to
fact.
make their stamp. So
That's a
y'all better
fact.
quit playing with these little guys just because you big. That don't mean nothing. If you don't know how to fight, you can get your ass beat.
That's a
Straight
fact.
up.
All right,
Straight
two more
up.
things. Two more things. Did you see the Jerry Jeudy, Sheduer Sanders sideline confrontation after the I guess they didn't see that eye to eye on the play, and Jerry Jeudy came over there and gave his 2 cents, and it was all caught on TV as everybody knows it would. Um, you think Jerry Jeudy was out of line?
Hell yeah, he was out of line. Joe Hayden said it best, former Brown player. He's like, bruh, where this energy been at the whole season? You ain't do that for anybody else. And now the culture's there. We're not saying you can't check them or have conversations, but be mindful of your body language and how you approach him, especially on camera.
Also, he leads
Especially
the
last
league.
week.
He also
The
leads the
week
league in drops. Just throw that out there.
he's never been what he was supposed to. Let's go on that. And it ain't just the Browns. He was there with the Broncos, and they're doing just fine without him.
That's a fact.
Cortland Sutton's been great. So what I'm saying is you have a reputation already. Last week you literally fumbled the ball on some dumb shit,
Yeah,
and then
bad.
you have the audacity to be mad this week. Like, bro, it's just like players like that, honestly. And I hate it because I loved watching Jerry Jeudy at Bama, and I wanted to see him succeed. But honestly, if I'm them, let Jerry Jeudy go, man. I don't know what his contract is, but get him up out of there. He's not worth the headache because
Steve
you
Smith might have been
complaining.
right. Steve Smith might have been right. He got him
Come
out.
on,
It's
bro.
just another guy.
Just
So
another guy, bro. Like that's how you play. You've never stamped yourself. Like everybody gets on Smitty for being small. We talking about Devontae Smith, y'all. Uh, two-time Biletnikoff winner. Or it might even been 3 time. I think it was 2 time, but definitely Heisman winner. That man goes out there and shows that he's leading his team. Like most of the Bama receivers be showing out. Hell, Jalen Waddle's showing out. Jerry Judy
yeah,
not
and a lot
doing
of people
nothing.
thought, well, not uh, for when he was there, Jerry Jeudy was like that guy at
He was the
Bama.
number 1
He
guy.
was the guy. He was the
Hell,
guy.
hell, Henry Ruggs. Uh, he doing his sentence for his dumb shit. He was a better receiver than Jerry Judy for his
Yeah,
short period of
yeah,
time.
that's a fact. Do you think it makes it worse that it was Shador? It's his second start. It's a rookie to show like you're supposed to be the vet. Like you're supposed. I understand. You get heated in the moment and stuff. But I know you're not doing that to a.
You
Even
ain't
if it
do
was
that to
Deshaun
Dylan
Watson.
Gabriel.
Yeah, even Dylan Gabriel. I was gonna say Deshaun
You
Watson. You're
ain't do
not doing
that
that
to
too.
Joe Flacco. Listen, if I'm Shador, fuck you. I ain't throwing you the ball. I will throw it to everybody else who actually makes plays like Fannin Jr.,
Yeah,
Njoku. Hell, Seti.
yeah,
I'm throwing it to Cedric before I throw to you because you don't even catch the ball. And then when you do got the ball, you drop like I want to support you, Jerry. Trust me. I watched you in college. I love the way you play. But I don't know what happened to you when you got to the NFL. You just ain't been locked in. Maybe you need to move again and go somewhere else where you being held accountable more and you can prosper. But I just think the Browns ain't good for him and he's not good for the Browns.
okay. Last thing I got, man. I don't know if you saw it. It was hard to watch. Rodney Harrison, former NFL player, NFL great, was like doing his little sideline reporting during the game, and just like I don't know if it was complications of see. I don't know what it was, but it looked like he wasn't aware of where he was. He lost his train of thought, couldn't find words. It just looked, and he played a position where he hit people a lot at safety.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm not saying that it was complications of CTE, but a lot of people are like, bro, this ain't normal. It was crazy. Like he would get like 2 words out and he was like couldn't find anything, and it was like, yeah, that's it, and just stop. I said, boy, it was a bad look. What did you see the
Um,
video?
I did see it. I think we gotta pump our brakes though, as not just the panel, but as fans, because we don't know what happened yet. Obviously, let's put up prayers first. But from what I seen, he was looking at his phone, and he said a lot was going on. So we
Mm,
don't know if there was a death in the family,
okay,
if he got some tragic, crazy news. We don't know anything yet.
that's a fact.
And honestly, he doesn't have to tell us.
That's
I
true
would
as
like
well.
for it to get cleared up because I don't want people. We can't throw CTE out on everybody because that just sets a label and a precedent on everybody. But it's not even Mitch is setting this. This is what people are saying.
Yeah,
So
that's all in the comments. That's what I
yeah,
was like, damn.
so we gotta get more information, and people love to be Batman or world's greatest detective. Go break it down and analyze the video more. You can clearly see he was looking at his phone. So
Yeah, Zell
yeah,
said he was
I
fine
don't
the
know
rest
what's
of the
going
game.
on. I hope it's not related to anything his health wise, and I hope if something happened to people close to him that they're okay. But I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna just send out prayers and thoughts because that's
Okay.
the most I
You,
can do.
you you got you got anything else? NFL, college, basketball, football. Oh,
Um,
oh, actually, before you go, hey man, I'm a supporter of the old guys in the NBA. I've been on this for a while. And I know it was a random, what was it? A random Tuesday night game. But god damn it, LeBron, boy, it was hard to watch that game against the Suns. As a supporter of LeBron, just and
You talking
I know
about
why
how
he did it.
JJ was yelling for him and he was just
Dog,
doing whatever?
bruh. He and I get he stayed in the game because he tried to get that record in 10 points in the game. I get that. But bro, it was hard to watch. And I argued all over Thanksgiving about the new era of basketball, the old era, about defense, all that stuff. A lot of people don't play defense besides like okay, so there's a lot of teams that don't play defense. But just the effort, he just talking to the other team. JJ is
Oh, that
trying to
was
run a
crazy.
play. I was like, bro, you got
I'm
optically
hoping
it looks
that's a
bad.
one-off game, Mitch. But if that continues to happen,
It would
that
look
tells me
bad.
LeBron don't want to be there no more. And then they're gonna have a conversation.
Now,
But
granted, the other games that it didn't look like that, but this
exactly.
game, and it was Dylan Brooks. You know, I have hate for Dylan Brooks just because I love Dylan Brooks, but just that when he plays with LeBron, I want LeBron to just destroy him. And Dylan Brooks was
Yeah.
cooking. He was
Listen, hey,
cooking. He was cooking.
listen. Some other members of E-Lab would tell y'all Brooks is like that. I don't care about none of that shit. Listen, that motherfucker third, fourth, fifth option on his best day. He had a good day.
He was
They
cooking
beat
though.
us, messed up my parlay because we had we had no traction, bro, and literally freaking I had Reeves for 35 PRA and he had one of his worst games. But yeah, I ain't giving listen, I'm gonna say that's a one off. It was
Okay.
just a
It's
one
very
off.
possible. It's a random Tuesday. Nobody really cares about it, but it's LeBron, so it's gonna be blown out of
Breaking
proportion. But
news, Dylan Brooks had 33, because when the fuck does that happen?
he's been killing this year, though. He's been
I
killing.
I will
He's
say
been
he
he's
he
been
is a
killing.
lot better with this team than he was. And sometimes you just need that culture change because maybe Udoka was like, "Hey, bro, what you do? That's dead here." And maybe at the Suns, they're like, "Look, no, we need that." Cause sometimes, like he does, regardless of how we feel, he put a battery in that Memphis Grizzly young team back. So he does know how to spark and lead his team and be a factor. But yeah, man, it's a wash, bro. I'm over it.
Shit, Zell said Booker than Brooks. Shit, this year, Dylan Brooks, baby. Hey, I'm not saying he's better than.
Nah,
I'm not saying he's better than Booker,
I say
but
Allen.
but
I give it
Dylan
to
Brooks,
Allen.
Dylan Brooks has been hooping.
Yeah, he's been
Like,
hooping,
all right,
but
he's been shooting a lot of shots, but
I
he's been
say
hooping.
Allen and hell, I'm gonna even go with the young bull, Gillespie. I'm taking him before I take.
You gotta relax. Gillespie was hooping last
Hey,
night, the other night too. Gillespie's been
Gillespie be
hooping.
hooping, bro. Check
He
him
be
out.
hooping too. He's
I've
been
been I've
hooping
been
too.
putting him on the lays a couple times because I be checking the lines and I'm like, ooh, y'all being friendly on the line. Let me get that. But
It was some
man,
white on
from
white crime too in that game.
hey,
Gillespie was
listen,
talking. He was talking shit to AR. He said, "Nah, I'm him." I said, "Ooh, the white on white." Hey, he was a white on white crime. His shit was fucking hilarious,
the white
dog.
power, the white power is in LA.
Dog, it was crazy. He was
white
talking shit.
white power, no clan, man. White power, no clan. But
They said, hey, they said it's snow time Lakers. That's what they said.
it might be.
That's what they said.
We
You got
get to
anything
the
else?
tip. I'm cool, man. Hey, I'm gonna give a quick shout because this comment was crazy, but jump a border. This man said go to prison and see if size means anything. Absolutely not.
Yeah,
No, sir.
that's a
I'm
that's a
not going
that's
to
a
prison on purpose. What the hell?
yeah. No, that's
That was crazy.
yeah.
I seen that comment. I had to shout that out. That was a wild ass
Yeah,
comment,
there's a lot
man.
of ways you take that comment too. That's crazy.
You a
That's
wild boy. You a
yeah.
wild
That's
boy. But man, honestly, man, we got some NBA going on tonight. NFL's getting real tight, y'all. NFL's getting real tight. We got listen, Thursday night football, y'all. We got a playoff potential game because whoever wins this game still has a chance, and whoever loses is probably done. It's Dallas at Detroit.
it's
We
a
don't
good
have no
game.
Dallas fans
Right.
on the panel, but we do got a Detroit fan. Shout out our boy Zell. He gonna be stressed. Because honestly, as bad as their defense is compared to how bad Dallas defense is, it's probably gonna be a shootout. To be
It
one
should be a
hundred
good
with you,
game. It should be a good game. Okay.
but it,
Last but not
yeah.
least, hey man, tomorrow night, tomorrow evening, we
Hey,
got a good guest. Darius Miller,
come on now,
a legend in
come
Kentucky
on now,
basketball. He's a
come on now.
NCAA champion. He's a Kentucky State champion. I'm not gonna throw my hate out there because he's my right. His high school is my rival high school. You know what I'm saying? We beat him my senior year. He didn't go to state, but the next year he did win state. And he's a local legend. Darius Miller's gonna be on the pod. And
Yes,
EJ and them
sir.
gonna interview him. It should be a nice pod. So check that shit out
We
tomorrow.
will.
Hey man, comment, like, subscribe, man. It's Elab Podcast. We're on all streaming platforms, man. And we
Let's
out.
go.